Good morning everyone, this is Lacrima and I hope you're all ready to get your grind on because we're about to start craft prepping for Final Fantasy Patch 5.3. 5.3 is going to bring with it the final tier of crafting and gathering gear for the Shadowbringers expansion, meaning the gear we're going to make now should feasibly last until the next big expansion. This is going to be level 83 star crafting gear and will allow you to make the next set of battle gear. The first thing you're going to need is gear. If you have just hit level 80 and want to craft your own 3-star items and equipment, purchase and meld a full facet crafting and gathering set. There's a link in the description below listing a full set for gearing up your crafters. I've also linked the macro rotations for these stats, but keep in mind you will need high quality matcha food buffs to craft Newish Guardian and 3-star items. Don't forget to unlock your Master Recipe 7 and 8 books, and your Folklore Tomes in Yulmore. Now that you're able to craft everything, it's time to look at what materials we'll need heading into 5.3. While it's impossible to guarantee exactly which items will be needed, we can make an approximation by looking at release patterns from previous patch expansions. In patch 3.3, the Ironworks crafting gear was released as the final 3-star crafting set, and in patch 4.3, the Onishi gear was released as the final 3-star crafting set. It stands to reason that patch 5.3 will also release the final 3-star crafting set. By comparing the similarities in recipes, we can assume what materials will be worth collecting in anticipation for 5.3. In both recipes, we see a 3-star leather, 3-star cloth, and script vendor Demeteria. A starred alchemist recipe has also been used in both crafts, as well as a low-level crafted or gathered item. This means it's a pretty safe bet to gather level 80 3-star leather and 3-star cloth materials. We can also assume the recipe will utilize a high-level alchemist craft, and gather mats accordingly. Using this method, we can identify a series of mats highly likely to be used for patch 5.3. For gathering, make sure you are collecting Ashen Alumin, Mervilog, Dusk Bloom, Fireheart Cobalt, and Purpure Shell. All of these are timed nodes. From Yulmore Phantasmagoria vendors you'll want Dwarven Chromite, Tempest Adhesive, Megalanian Skin, Workbench Resin, and Caprice Fleece. It should come as no surprise, these items are some of the same materials used for the 3-star Newish Guardian battle sets. It also wouldn't hurt to gather a handful of 71 to 80 leveling items, enough materials to make about 10 crafted items or thereabouts. Things like whetstones, sea swallow leather, dwarven cotton, and dwarven mithril ingots and nuggets. If you're wondering if it's worth hoarding vials of Sublime Solution, note that in patch 4.3, the Kingdom Materia was newly released, as were the new Aether Sands. We can expect a similar situation for 5.3, and your scripts will be better spent collecting materia or saving for the new vendor drops. If you already have a few vials saved up, don't worry, they should make a comeback in patch 5.4. Another question to think about is, should you preemptively craft? The short answer is yes, but not the crafts that you think. 5.3 could see an increase in the yield for certain crafts, and you don't want to miss out on those extra mats by jumping the gun. Instead, focus your preemptive crafting on stacking up on consumables. Crafters will want either a stack of high-quality matcha or high-quality blood bouillabaisse. Both of these give bonus CP and control. Matcha is the easiest to craft out of the two, but blood bouillabaisse gives a higher stat boost. Also craft up a stack of high-quality Cunning Craftsman syrup. For gathering, you'll want the classic coffee biscuit for ease of crafting and collection. You can make other foods to improve your stats to your needs, but this is the most efficient gathering food for stat returns. Take a chance to get a decent stack of high cordials with yellow scripts, or regular cordial with Grand Company seals, if you want to save on the scripts. The last thing to cap is your currencies. You'll want yellow and white scripts for both crafting and gathering. Priorities for these are purchasing the new Demeteria with your craft scripts and the new Aether Sands with your gathering scripts. Make sure you have them capped prior to 5.3, as you'll want to have access to as many of the new materials as you need as soon as possible. Tombstones of Phantasmagoria. Similar to scripts, they're for grabbing any of the new item drops or to pick up extra materials you might need. Try and get a stack of the Tombstone vendor items listed earlier and make sure you have a full 2,000 before the maintenance starts. Bicolored gemstones. Handy if the new recipes require low-tier leather or reagents. Sky scripts. 100% optional. I don't think we'll see much change in the restoration until 5.31, but you can always use them on materia. Now, before this video finishes up, just a reminder that 5.3 brings the new Dwarven Crafting Beast tribes and a new custom delivery client. Dwarves will probably deliver a new crafting mat, and the 5.3 special site has revealed the new custom deliveries will be in Ishgard. You'll need to complete the If Songs Had Wings side quest to access it. The questline begins in the firmament, with Von Creno handing you the quest, A Home in the Firmament. Well, that's it everyone. All the information we can speculate on preparing for patch 5.3. Gathering timed nodes such as Ashen Element, Mobile Log, Duskbloom, Fireheart Cobalt, and Purpure Shell, as well as a smattering of leveling items. The tombstones are Phantasmagoria items, Dwarven Chromite, Tempest Adhesive, Megalanian Skin, Workbench Resin, and Caprice Fleece. Stacking up on food, potions, and cordials, and capping your currencies, scripts, Phantasmagoria, gemstones, and sky scripts. With all that information, we now have one more very important question: where to log out? Some places for your consideration are Lakeland, to begin the new Dwarven Beast tribes as soon as possible, Yulmore, to start buying your new script materials, and Ishgard, to unlock the new custom delivery client. No matter where you log out, or what type of crafter or gatherer you are, 5.3 is gearing up to be an amazing time to be a disciple of the hand or land. See you in the field, and happy crafting!